How does a darling of Botswana athletics and All-Africa game champion get to be wheelchair bound and see his once illustrious career end abruptly? This year's story has attributes of both indiscipline and bad luck rolled up into one. This is the story of Onkabetse Nkobolo. Onkabetse was the darling of athletics in Botswana and one of the few athletes that the country begged on to claim international stardom. Having already competed at international events like the All Africa Games, the African Championships, the IAAF World Relays, and even the Commonwealth Games, Onkabetse Nkobolo was definitely one to watch for the future. His career, however, took a huge detour in 2020 after he and one of his colleagues were involved in a suspected drunk driving accident. The story unravels in March 2020 as the Botswana athletics team was in camp for preparations for the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. It is alleged that Nkobolo and his teammate Babuluki Thebe sneaked out of camp for a night out of fun in the streets of Gaborone, a night that would later change the trajectory of his athletics career. It is believed that from their excursion in the early hours of that fateful morning, the two, being Thebe and Nkobolo, were involved in a road accident on their way back to the team hotel. Thebe came out unscathed from the crash with nothing but minor injuries, while on the other hand, Nkobolo suffered a career-ending spinal shock injury which has up to now still confined him to a wheelchair. Preliminary results and statements suggest that the two were intoxicated at the time of the accident. The crash completely ruled out Nkobolo out of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games and further raised questions on whether he will ever be able to compete again. Since then, he has been through rigorous and constant rehabilitation to see if he can fully recover, but it doesn't look promising. The BNSC, in partnership with Botswana Athletics Association Motor Vehicle Accident Fund, have come to the aid of the 400-meter sprinter by facilitating a 6-week rehabilitation trip to India at one of the most renowned institutions that deal with spinal injuries. We wish the young man all the best in his rehabilitation and hope to see him back again doing what he does best on the track.